Alright, what's up everybody? My name is Adam Smalley and today I'm going to be wrapping my fog lights in yellow. So there are three main reasons to wrapping your fog lights yellow. Number one is the look. A lot of people with cool cars have yellow fog lights. That's just like a small thing, so we're going to push that to the side. The next main thing of why people wrap their lights, so we're going to be wrapping them. So the main thing people wrap them is to protect the lens and to protect the light itself, because you can, if the wrap gets damaged, you can just pull it off and rewrap it, so it's super easy. So it's super nice to have that. And then the next thing, the main reason people have yellow fog lights is for safety. When you're going through fog, the white light reflects off of the fog, so your visibility is very short. If you have really heavy fog or even light fog, your visibility path is shorter if the light's reflecting off of it, so white or blue shades aren't very good. So don't put LEDs in your fog lights. If anything, keep the normal incandescent bulb, the amber light, which is really nice as well. But if you're going to do anything, with your fog lights, I would suggest doing yellow, because yellow is less irritating on the eyes, so it's nicer on your eyes when you're in fog, as well as it can cut through the fog better by reflecting into it better. So it's less irritating on your eyes and you can actually have better visibility in the fog. So that's the main reason of wrapping your fog lights yellow. So for safety, a little bit of looks, and as well as protection. So let's pull the fog lights out, get them wrapped, and put them back in and see how they look. Let's get to it. Alright, so the fog lights on my car are super easy to take out. So you just go in here, there's this little Phillips head screw right here. And it's still in the light, so that's fine. So it actually clips in right back here. These little tabs sticking right here to the bumper, and it comes right out. And then you unclip this light. You unclip the bulb. Unclip the bulb, and you're good. So I've actually had problems with moisture building up in my light, and I just found the issue. Huh, funny. It just unclipped itself. So, fixing two problems today. Fixing visibility problems in fog, as well as some moisture problems. So that's really good to find out. So that's one lens out. Alright, let's get the other one out too. Same thing. It's got the one screw on the inside right here. Pops right out. Or you can just pull out the bulb like that. Whatever works. Whatever gets it out. So, oh, the screw just popped off. So this one is sealed nice. So this actually has not had any moisture on the inside of it, so that's really good to see. So we'll fix the other one up, and then we'll start wrapping them. So now before we can get to wrapping, I'll tell you what I got. So I got this Vivid Premium Series Commercial Graphics wrap. I bought it off Amazon. I mean, it should be a good wrap. If you watched my last video on me wrapping my blinker lights, it's a very similar wrap. If you can see, it's still transparent. And if you look closely at it, you can kind of see in this video the cross hatching on it, and so that allows for just some air release on the wrap, and it'll wrap over really nicely. So on the last video I made with the blinkers, it had a similar cross hatching on the back, and it was clear and see-through, but none of it showed up on the outside, so it looked really good. So we'll see how this one looks on this. First thing we have to do is clean the surface of which we will be wrapping. So I just took some soapy water and cleaned off the surface real quickly. So take this, cut it down to size, take off the wrap from the backing, and we'll just set it on here nice and easily. So that's that. Push it down nice and evenly, working the air out on all the sides. Make sure it's all good and down. Then I like to push it down along the edge. Make sure it's got a good seat. We'll add a little bit of heat to make sure it really sets in. Perfect. So now let's cut off the edges around it. Alright, so that's one wrapped. So this film, I wasn't sure which one to get. So this one's like actually a lighter yellow, and some are darker, and honestly this one doesn't look too bad right now. But we'll see what it looks like on the car, and we'll see how it performs in the foggy weather. But I might end up going to the darker one, so you actually see the yellow more. If you look closely, you can kind of see the cross-hatching still, which it being low on the car and in the fog light position, it won't make any difference to the performance of it, but you won't even be able to see it very well, so it still looks good. So let's do the other one. I'll put it back on the car. Take our nice film, put on the light. Same as before, pushing out all the air that we don't want. So now with this wrap, it's got air release, so you don't even have to worry about where you start pushing on it with it being a flat surface. So you can start from like the side, push here, and you have a bubble right here, but you just push down on it, the bubble goes away. So running over at that, so we're just gonna push this down around our edges because it's super quick, super easy to wrap. We'll heat up the edges again. Push it down so I got a nice seat. Perfect. I'll go ahead and cut it. Push our edges down and make sure they stay good. All right, they look good. It's not super dark yellow, but I think they'll look good with the lights in it. Let's go ahead and put it back on the car. So what we have to do, we'll put the plug back into here. Just clips right in, and then we'll take our tabs and we'll line these two tabs right here. We'll line them back up and then set the screw back in place. So like this, line up our tabs right about there. And our screws lined up. So let's take our screwdriver. So now it's locked in right here, locked in with the screw, won't go anywhere. Yeah, I wrap right here. I didn't do a very good job. I need to rewrap it soon. But let's get the other light in. All right, coming to this side. This side I pulled the bulb out, so we don't have to worry about plugging it back in. All we have to worry about is clipping it back in. Get the bulb. So we clipped it back in. And let's do the same thing as before. Line up these tabs. These tabs over here back into the bumper, and then we'll screw the screw back in. Get in. All right, got the screw, we'll just put it right back in. All right, so we screwed it back in place, locked in place, won't move. So, let's see how it looks. Honestly, they don't look that much different. But the biggest thing is that now they're a little more yellow. I'm gonna have to go with a darker yellow for it to get the full effect, but now we'll have a much safer drive in foggy conditions. A little bit more of that Euro look when the lights are off, because they don't look super yellow now, but it'll look good eventually. So eventually I'll rewrap them in a darker yellow. Alright, so that was my video of me wrapping my fog lights in a yellow tint. So first off, we'll look more Euro. more fancy car-like. Then we'll have better protection for our lenses of the fog lights because of the film. And lastly, we'll be safer and have a better time driving in the fog because now we can see better. And it won't be so harsh on our eyes. So those three things, this car is way better because of it. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something on how to wrap your own fog lights and what to do, what not to do, how to get them out if you have an E46 BMW. Other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Leave a like, leave a comment for any questions you have, what you want to see more of. But yeah, how's my video?